What's going on? It's dark because I'm on my porch. I don't feel like turning that bright ass light on so that beetle can attack me. What's on? Miss DJ Ray, Chanel, Sunil Sani, Last Bostonian. Sorry if I'm botching these names. And sorry that it's dark, y'all. I just came on here to kick it for a little bit. And of course, like always, when the camera comes on, the nonsense will come through. And there's nothing I can do about that. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit up here and do crowd control. So that's just what it is. And I can't stop the ignorant shit that goes on around here. So who am I anyway? But you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something about life I'm noticing, right? When we were younger, and maybe because we was kids or what have you, but life was a lot slower. And to me, all of this hustle and bustle, in as much as I get, is part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, either get with it or live in a hut, I guess. I be kind of over it for real. I do. Like, I like to read, man, and I can't even crack open the book without feeling guilty, like I'm neglecting something else, and that's a problem. Because I feel like humans should read books. I feel like reading books is very, very important. Reading books is important. I mean, look at the generation. Look at how people are now, and they not reading no books. You can tell. Like, just pay attention. You can tell that they can't read. Look at their comments. I mean, you know what? You only have to look at the comments. Look at how everybody says that they don't have time to read. I don't have time to be reading all that shit. And it's like, dog, okay. You just want everything to be one sentence? My goodness. But it's scary to me. It's scary to know that we have become so busy that you actually feel guilty to read a book. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. And it really makes me understand, when you really think about it, we're always screaming about mental health in this country, right? We're always talking about mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health. And we should, because mental health is very important. If your mind ain't right, I mean, throw the rest of you away. Your mind has to be right. So it's very important that we focus on mental health. But it's all hypocrisy and hype, because if the people that govern this country, these nations, even down to the states, if they really cared, things will be different. It's too much hustle and bustle for people mentally, because you gotta slow down. You got to be able to slow down for a couple reasons. The body needs rest, and the body needs to be able to receive whatever messages is coming from the divine. And if you can't slow down, you might not hear it. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that they get them. They almost come tapping on their forehead. They be getting the messages. But some people aren't as sensitive, man, and they don't get it. So it's like, if you're not getting the proper downloads you need, if you're not getting the proper rest, you're not getting the proper information, reflection, that's a problem. That's a problem. But as I sit here and say all of this, I know that is truthfully in the plan. It's in the plan. Distractions and short attention spans cause for good profits. It's profitable for us to be distracted and ignorant. It's profitable, and I get it. But you know what? We have to do better. We really do. We have to be better, and we have to realize that despite a whole system that's doing this thing, we still got to be cognizant and do our thing and do our part. And I think that's where we messed up. I think we focus so much on all of the opposing things that we never focus on how to make things work in this country. I mean, because the truth is, as long as you focus on the problem, you got a problem. But if you focus on a solution, well, by God, a solution will come, because that's where you're putting your focus and energy on. And we're not doing that, and we need to do that. We need to focus on getting in resolve, getting united and getting in resolve. I mean, because the show must go on, As we're being fruitful and multiply, the offspring inhabit the world. We at some point, we perish, and they take over, and the people after them take over. So we have to be doing this right. We really should be sowing seeds into one another. But the thing is like, it can't just be one person for the team. Like, it's got to be a joint thing. And then I think what we fail to realize, it would not be so difficult to get things in order if we were on a united front, because everybody's doing a little part, and it makes it a lot easier. But when you got a handful of people trying to fight for the whole continent, damn, we got to do better than that. So I know people didn't came on and they didn't got lost, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never been and never will be one to be on here. I'm not about to be twerking and just muttering a bunch of ignorance. I really be thinking, and I really try to share my thoughts with you guys, because I think perspective is everything. Whoever's perspective it is, we can all learn from various perspectives. So therefore, I find it very important to engage and relay my thoughts, because to some that it might be too crazy or they might not be interested, there's always going to be someone interested. And through dialogue is how we evolve, we learn from one another. And this is why we are ordered not to forsake an assembly. And that doesn't necessarily mean under church. That means we have to continue to talk to one another, because if we do not talk and converse with one another, then the core begins to be broken, and it's easy for us to get lost. You see what I'm saying? But if you talk, think about it. That's why in slavery we couldn't use our language. And we couldn't read and write, because with conversation, communication, correspondence, it brings forth understanding, it brings forth unity. But if everybody's divided and everybody's not talking, hello, Shay Shay, and everybody's not talking, then no solutions and resolutions can come about, because there's no communication. How must anybody solve anything without communication? It's impossible. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. So, I come on here, and I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I happen to be the tea that fills whoever's cup is for. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am, and I'm good with that. I really am. I'm good with that. I am good with that. Whatever and however people feel, I'm good with that too. I don't have shit to do with that. When I think everybody needs to get like that. Like, you got to stop. If you're not out here just being disrespectful, out of order, because some of us are out of order. And I'm going to get on the out of order shit. That's going to be another live, but this is not it. But if you're not out here just showing your whole ass, then don't be afraid to be who you are. Go ahead and be you, and be proud to be you. Because you are you're unique, you're one of a kind. There's nobody like you. Somebody may be similar, but it's nobody like you. So we all really have a contribution. We all have something that we can add, and we need to be doing so. And I know, I get it. It's hard for me, because I really be wanting to talk to y'all, share y'all, and everything I be thinking I can't put into a 30-second TikTok. So people like me get lost, because it's, we want everything fast, and we're in a microwave society. And to be honest with you, microwave may even run too slow for some of us. So it's hard to really get a good message across with 30 seconds. And don't add some buffoonery to it. That's taking even more time, and it just seems like everything has to be dressed up and buffoonerized, or just overly outrageous and over the top for people to pay attention. And, even though I can be outrageous and over the top, I will concede to that notion. But everything ain't about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't be outrageous and over the top. And you know what? It's some outrageous and over the top shit going on right now. Right now as we speak. I ain't bullshitting. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. It's always some shit though. You know. I'm trying to get where Sesame Street is because I think I would have more peace on Sesame Street. I do. I think that Sesame Street at this point is my speed because the shits that goes on and it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very conflicted because, you know, you have me and then you have the character that I play. You got telling Taisha, you know. And Taisha, there is a Taisha in me that be want to say some shit, you know, but I don't. You know, I try to really mind my business. I do. But at some point, it just seemed like people don't want you to mind your business. Like, they don't want you to mind your business. Because if they did, they would not continue to do the ignorant shit that they do. That's what you would think. But, you know, even so, if met with that, they'd be like, you're in my business. Well, motherfucker, stop putting it out here for me to see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hello. I mean, I pay taxes too at this motherfucker. And, I deserve peace. I think I deserve peace where I stay. And you know the thing is, it's like my motherfuckers don't take the ignorant shit where it belongs. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Shanana. These people's not gonna stress. They're not gonna stress me out. But yeah, I like to kick it with y'all. I love y'all that chime in, like Shay. She, you know. She say her thing. That's cool. That's cool because it let me know that you not just staring at me, looking at me like confused. You know what I'm saying? Like a fish pressed against the glass. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't tripping, but at the same time, I'm tripping. Yeah, y'all gonna have to, you know, let a sister know you up in here. Hello. I mean, it's nothing. Throw an emoji up there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta form a sentence. I get it. You know, sometimes we have, this is where we become, you know, a sentence is a lot for some of us, and I get that shit. So you throw an emoji in there, but you know, you gotta let me know you don't be weird now. Don't set up and do that. Don't be weird. Don't do that. You know. Nah, you know, what up, boo? So, hey, what up? You know, you gotta let me know something. You cool to me. I love you. Thank you, baby. I just come on here and you know, I think the best way is the ramble way, because I will get on this bitch and I will ramble till the sun comes up. And you know, think about rambles and rants, some of the realest shit come up out of them. You know what I'm saying? People be want to go off on people about rambles and rants, but you know, I mean, everything ain't got to be organized, you know, shit. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's not like I punch in for this shit. Ain't nobody paying me for this shit. I'm gonna get on this bitch and rant and ramble. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck I'm about to do. Because, I mean, again, I ain't punching for this shit. Ain't no HR over this shit. Ain't no HR, PR. They ain't over it, you know? So, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do on this live. You know? I'm not acting no fool, per se. I mean, depends on your level of food. You know. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Dog, we have really gotten out of order, though. We have gotten out of order. And I think it's time. I think I'm very happy about these people coming forward and speaking their minds. I think it's important. And this is why I like that. I'm going to tell you something, for real. Real shit. So, I do kind of appreciate where I am. This is a blessing at where I'm at in my journey. Because nobody is feeding me. Everything is such a blessing. You know, when you look at shit, I'm about to get real deep on y'all. So I hope you're ready for this ride. Go ahead and buckle in your seatbelt because we about to go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to give you American Airlines. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even Delta, you know, whatever. But I'm not going to spirit you. I'm not going to spirit you Airlines you. But we going to go on this ride. We be so upset and impatient with stuff. And I'm speaking about myself, right? Because I keeps it real on here. Hey. Sometimes we be impatient. Sometimes I be impatient. And I sit and I think that this should be this way and that should be that way and all that stuff. But somebody put something up that rang true. And it said, it hit me. It hit me in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like my spirit. Hey, hey, you know. I almost said a tongue or two. And so, this is what they said. They said, you know, you think when you reach a certain point in your journey, right? You think that when you get to the top, that's where the joy and the enjoyment come. But it's the journey that brings that. It's the journey. It's the thrill of the journey. And sometimes we so busy trying to get to the finish line, we really not. And I know this sound. I know somebody that said this to you before, but I'm really about to get serious with this. Sometimes we be so focused on succeeding that we don't see the journey. We don't value the journey. So, in my case, I've always been a truth teller. Like, I've always been very direct. Always been that way. And so, I'm real strong about how I believe and how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so strong in it because when I say something, it's coming. Hey, mind, body, soul fit. Thank you for being here. When I say something, it's coming from a point. Now, I done been objective. I have thought and went through all the checks and balances and weighed how I'm feeling, because I like to check my feelings before I commit to them. So once I commit to them, I stand in them, because I done went through some checks. And see, I'm at the stage, the beauty of where I'm at is, I'm at the stage where nobody is running my mouth. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people paid to be quiet. It's a lot of people, and I'm not talking about no conspiracy shit. Like, I'm talking on some real basic stuff. Like, people is out here paid to be quiet. And what I'm saying is, they don't sell simple stuff like the truth. You are giving everything. If you think about it, even down to your algorithm, is built so you will get what you want to see. This world has become where it's painting you a picture to support your beliefs, whether they're delusional or they're real. And even that, you're going to get pushback from saying, because people have gotten to this thing, well, it's relative. And in some regards, relative has its place. Some things are relative. But it's some stuff we know without a shadow of a doubt that's out of order. It's some things that we know there is no objectivity, there's no blind eye, there's no dumb that you can play, shit be wrong and it be out of order. And because nobody runs with my mouth, I'm not paid to shut up, I can tell the truth. I can tell the truth. Because who the fuck is going to cancel me? Cancel me? Bitch, what are you canceling? Excuse what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I'm just saying. What exactly? Let's sit down and have this meeting, ma'am, sir, about what we about to cancel, because me? You gonna cancel me? No, motherfucker, you ain't canceling me. Cancel your damn self, okay? Because at the end of the day, anything that come out my mouth, if you mad, that means I hit a nerve. That means I said some truth. Because one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to take on nobody else's shit that ain't true, that don't ring to me. And if it's stinging me, that means I got to check myself. That means something going on. Because if you ain't talking about me, I can't get offended. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what people fail to realize. Motherfuckers always want to come, I feel a type of way. I feel offended. Well, let's examine those feelings. You can learn to say this differently. I'm just speaking in general. I'm just getting real. Why? Because you didn't want to hear the truth. Because this was where I'm always with it. I didn't call you out your name. Didn't call you stupid. Didn't say nothing about your mama. I didn't say nothing about your brother or your kids. So, with that being said, I guess it's safe to say I didn't curse God. None of that. I guess it's safe to say that I wasn't being disrespectful to you. So, again, if what I said has bothered your spirit, maybe you need to check yourself. Because one thing about me, I just ain't going to come off on people. I don't, because there is a part of me that feels like people should do what they want to do. But when you constantly doing shit that's detrimental to the betterment of just breathing fucking air, that's a problem. And some of us out here like that. We off the rails. We stanking with it. And so I feel like it needs to be more people being truthful. Because we've been fed lies. Since this social media been popping, we've been fed a lot of lies. We've been rocked to sleep, and we've been in our delusions. And I'm not talking about racism. I'm just talking about pure doing bullshit that we out of order and refuse to acknowledge we out of order. Or at least acknowledge the fact that we like being out of order, but we can't seem to do either. So we really had a problem here. So I know all my life, since I've been a little person, I've been very direct, and I said what I felt, and I some people call it keeping real. I just tell you what it is. It's just something about me. Like I had to tell a loved one. I said, you know what? I love you. I do. And because of our relationship and the way I feel about you, I feel that I should be honest with you. I don't want you to ever be confused about how I feel on this. I think it would be disingenuous for me to do anything outside of tell you the truth. And the truth is, your counterparts, I can't stand them. They're the worst piece of, I'm going to just say it. I'm not even going to put a word on it. Because I'm live and I have respect for what I'm, this person I'm saying, but I'm giving it for example. I had to let them know. And here's the thing, I don't give a fuck about how that person feel about me. That was never taken into the equation. I don't care. That's irrelevant. Because I said I don't like them. And I didn't just pick to not like them. No, I ain't do that. They nasty. They're vile. They're disrespectful. They push limits. They're pressing. They make you want to hurt them. That's why I don't like them. Because they put me in a place that makes me question my freedom. And I should never question my freedom as a human being. No. Not just as a human being, as a mother and as a wife. Because I got responsibility for the family that I helped create. So I got to be present. And when you put shit in my mind that makes me question that, I don't like you. So I felt the need to tell them that. And I did. And they respected it. It is what it is. So I just think that energy vampires, go ahead and say that. I just think that I really appreciate the fact that I can be real. I can say what I'm going ahead and go and say. And it's a lot of us women that's out of order. And the men are out of order for co-signing the women that are out of order. Now, I'm going to say that again. The women, the child bearers, the nurturers, one thing about women is what we don't understand. This is where we got wrong. We have walked around saying we're strong and still realizing that we are strong, and what's understood don't need to be said. And you don't have to go around and say you strong for it to be known that you strong. Matter of fact, that's not even a badge. Why you gotta wear that shit? It's just you are what you are, right? Women give birth. Women carry 97 jobs. They still gotta love. They still gotta be kind. They still have to be wise. It's a lot of stuff that women do. Hello. We could talk about it all day. So why we have those, in one regard, blessings, and the other regard is a responsibility that comes with those type of blessings of being the giver of life to a nation. It comes with a responsibility. But see, we don't uphold that responsibility. We're out here being trash. We're out here being tramps. We're out here being gold diggers. We're out here being everything. We lust over material things. We do everything but what the fuck we supposed to be doing. Your handbag don't make you a queen. The reason, just because you can make your left cheek bounce on its own against your right cheek, doesn't make you a queen. A queen don't have to say she a queen. A person know who a queen is. You know, the crowd knows a queen when the queen enters the room. It's not something that's said. It's a presence. That's what we don't get. We walk around here wearing queen on our shirt, queen on our hats, queen and all this shit like we don't believe it our damn self. Are you a queen or aren't you? Because name tags is to let other people know who you are. But here's the thing. When you walking in that energy, they already know. They don't need a name tag to it. So what the fuck are we walking around telling people we queens and wearing we queens, but yet we don't act like queens? And then our men, they bark about it on one hand. Oh, I hate the weave. I hate these whores. I hate the nails. I hate the eyelashes. They hate. But yet, here's the disconnect. The queens are still showing their ass. So, my brothers, human nature goes just like this. We do what we get praised for. And that doesn't have to be literal. Just stay with me. We do what we get praised for. We do what we feel that is acceptable. When you're a kid, most kids want to be accepted by the crowd. If that wasn't so, and if the child really doesn't have confidence, those be the ones that join the gangs and stuff like that and get in the bullshit because they need acceptance. Follow me, stay with me, and I'm going to bless you. People get in gangs because they need acceptance, because they don't know who they are. They haven't been built up, or whatever the case of the scenario could be. Okay? They kind of broken in a way. So they need acceptance. So you say your women are out of order, but the truth is, if they didn't feel it was acceptable, if they didn't get your approval, they wouldn't do it. So we got two problems here. We got the women that are tramps, that are out of order, that don't want to be mothers when they are having kids for everything other than to be the mother. And all of this foolishness that we got going on. And the men sitting over here, they got their arms folded and they mad. She's still doing it. So let's tell the truth and shame the devil, as they say. Would she continue to be out of order if validation was cut off? I'm going to tell you what, no, because nobody wants to be on the outside. No one wants to be looking in. Like, look at them, looks like they're having fun. Nobody wants to be cut off. Nobody wants to be ostracized. So somebody is giving these heifers the go to act and show their ass the way that they do. But when you ask the brother, because it's feminism and it's all kind of other shit, but what it is. If you wasn't looking at her funky ass, she wouldn't be funky. Because guess what? No, but we just want to fuck them girls. We don't want to love them girls. It don't matter. It's just the same principle, right? With a lot of people, bad attention is still attention. It don't even have to, with some people, don't have to be good attention. As long as you whistling at them, winking at them, grabbing them on their booty, calling them on the phone, you could say fuck you. You gave it life. Anytime you give any energy, be it verbal, physical, any type of acknowledgement, it's energy. People just need that energy. And you giving it to them. However form that is coming, you giving them energy. What in the world? Let's concede, my brothers and sisters. Let's concede to the fact that we both out of order. Can we at least agree to that? Why does it have to be you out of order? No, the man's out of order. The woman's out of order. We all out of order. We out of order. Because it's got to be a balance. That's what life is built on. And the scale going to keep, it's going to do that till it gets the balance. It's going, hello? Somebody is responsible for this shit. And I'm not just going to say it's one side. It's both sides. We out of order. You got men acting a fool. You got women acting a fool. And you got each other and we all point at each other like we kids in kindergarten. It was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault. No, I see you. What the fuck? Are we crazy or what? We got to be goddamn crazy. What is this shit? I'm living a life. If I blink, it's tomorrow. It wasn't like that 15 years ago. And you motherfuckers keep wanting us rampant and speeding it up with all of this shit. Let's chill. Let's bring it down a notch. We breaking the ceiling. You know how the sound go, and when you hitting red, when you in the red, is you too loud? That's how we are every day. We just loud. We loud in our actions. We loud in the way we talk. We just loud. We all over the place. No ma'am, no ham. I'm gonna be clear. I didn't come on here to talk about white people. Because at 35, what they're doing has nothing to do with what I'm doing. I know in some regards, I know somebody wants to get all meticulous into this. They want to break it down like we in biology. Yes, there's racism. Yes, we get it. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. When I tell you to act like you got some sense and we funky, I'm not saying that so white people won't look at you like you crazy. I'm saying that because you shouldn't want to be crazy. It ain't got nothing to do with white people. I don't care what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I love all people. But they ain't got shit to do with the black people. We keep blaming. That's all we do. If we can't blame one another, if the man can't blame the woman can't blame the man, then we blaming white people. And some of it holds truth. But guess what? It's irrelevant. Because we keep playing into the same narrative. We tripping. We out of order. And I'm not afraid to say it. And I think I have went on long enough on this live to be continued. Look, I'm out here ranting without my robe by myself. We got to govern ourselves accordingly. That's the message. Govern ourselves accordingly. I got some shit I could go in on. Did you hear me? Y'all just gonna have to stay tuned.